a man that has obviously been residing here in the UK recently, but right now he's back home in his native New Zealand. It is the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world and a favourite of the show. It is the one, the only, Mr. Joseph Parker. Joe, welcome back, mate. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Good morning from New Zealand.
See.
Good morning.
See, different. He's on a different day. That's how far ahead of time this man is. He's on a different day. Listen, congratulations on the Boxer deal. Obviously, that's been announced in the last 7 to 14 days. Boxer, the promoter that are now obviously linked towards Sky Sports. Sky Sports platform are going to be showing Joseph Parker fights coming forward. Talk me through this. Why have you gone down the Boxer and Sky Sports route, mate?
Obviously, they're a bigger platform. We have a relationship with working with them in the past, and they've been very good to work with. And they gave us an offer which we thought was a lot better than what we're getting from the other side. So, listen, I'm very excited to be signing with Boxer and Sky. And I'd like to thank Adam and David Higgins and Ben for making it happen.
When have you discussed dates? When are we going to see you out?
Yeah, we're looking at the end of September, early October. We still want to get the fight with Joyce. Listen, I know they said because I signed on a different platform, we can't make it happen. But listen, just when egos come into play, Frank Warren doesn't have an ego. I'm sure he can let Joe Joyce come into the Sky platform and fight me. There's number one and number two fight each other. So why not? Why not make it happen?
See, listen, I like that chat. Now, earlier on, we had Frank Warren on this show, sir. I want you to listen to this because we put that question towards him. Obviously, we were anticipating yourself and Joe Joyce to fight next. I asked him the question, and this was his response to that.
As you know, at Tyson's last fight, him and Joe got together, and we announced it that it was to be done, and Joe. And we agreed terms. I shook hands with Joe in front of Tyson, and then we got the solicitors to work out and get the contracts, which took a long while, but eventually they got them done. And then I heard the day before it was announced that he'd signed a deal with Sky. I heard about that, and I just sent him a text, which I'm reading now, on the 9th of June, 12:56, and I said to him, just been told the fight is off, so much for your handshake. And then he was in New Zealand, and then I got a text back at 21:33 saying, morning Frank, because obviously it's morning in New Zealand, apologies it took a while to get the deal done, but was offered a better deal last minute.
What do you make of that, Joe?
Yeah, I was offered a better deal, but listen, Frankie said whatever he wants to say. He kept changing the deal. The contract kept changing, and that's why it took so long to lock in. We were so close to locking in, but every time he came back, it was different. There was something always different in it. And then, I said to him that I could make the fight happen. He shook my hand at one deal, and all of a sudden went back and changed the deal. So, listen, we can go back and forth and say this and say that, but why don't we just make the fight happen? Just because he's on BT Sports and I'm on Sky doesn't mean we can't make it happen. It's all egos, I think.
I agree with that. It is one of the things that bugs me the most about people that are affiliated with certain promoters or certain channels. I think there should be a lot more cross-pollination, let's just say. It would lead to a healthier sport.
I think it'll be a great fight. I think it's the fight that we need to make. We've already announced it anyways. It's number one and number two fighting for the mandatory, so why not make it happen? Our team, I think, Rom and Adam are in talks with Frank at the moment to try and make it happen. So hopefully we can lock something in soon. So
do you have an opponent in the interim then, in September?
No one. I just want to fight either Joe Joyce and see if Dillian White's available or anyone in the top five. I don't want, I want to be progressing and getting better as a fighter instead of taking light fights or easy fights.
It's a difficult time, Joe, in a way, for a lot of boxers. We were talking about Daniel Dubois earlier, who's in the waiting room for the WBA now. Obviously, Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk has got to play out. What's your kind of ambition? Presumably, is to get one of the world titles back, if not all of them.
Yeah, listen, that's the goal for further down the track. But all I want to be doing now is being involved in the biggest fights I can be involved in and giving it everything I have and winning well. And that's the only way to get closer to fighting for a title. So what I'm focused on now is what's going to be in front of me, and hopefully I can lock in a big fight soon.
Well, there's Deontay Wilder out there. There's Andy Ruiz. I say there's Joe Joyce, there's Dillian White. As you say, there's Luis Ortiz, there's Otto Wallin. Obviously, Michael Hunter and Hughie Fury. You've already fought Hughie, of course. You defended your WBO title against him. It's you're going to be around for a long time, aren't you? You're not going to go anywhere soon. You're not going away anywhere soon, is what I mean.
Not going anywhere soon. But Gareth, I know you've mentioned all those names. Oh, listen, I'm keen to fight any of those guys. I don't care who it is.
Are you going to be based back here? I know that you're obviously in New Zealand at the moment, Joe. We've loved, obviously, you fighting here in the UK. Are you planning on coming back, obviously working with Andy Lee and working over this side of the pond?
Yeah, I'm looking at basing myself up in the UK for the next, 4 or 5 years, depending on how long I box for, and just giving it everything I have. I know the UK is the place to be because it's very hot there at the moment with boxing, and there's a lot of fights that can be made up there. And I've been the whole team have been well received, and we appreciate all the love and support. So, and Tyson looked after myself and camp and Andy Lee. So it's the place to be right now.
Do you find that you get more recognition now in the UK than you do at home in New Zealand?
At the moment I do. Just there's a lot of support in the UK, and it's quite crazy supporting someone else from a different country. But they just seem to, be very open to us being there.
I believe that congratulations as well. He's also in
more
order.
Children.
Well, you know what I mean.
More children, Joseph.
He's been hanging around with Tyson, right? He's at it. So therefore, obviously, Joe's got to keep up. But they're building soccer teams, aren't they? They're building rugby teams. That's what they're doing, Mr. Parker and Mr. Fury. Congratulations, anyway, Joe, to you and your family.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, I've got 4 beautiful girls now. It's great for me to be home and spend time with my kids. But once I leave to come back to the UK, I'll be gone from them for a while and be there to run the work and focus on training and just, there's nothing to train for yet because there's no fight locked in yet. But if we can lock it in soon, fingers crossed, Joe Joyce, then I'd love to get it on.
It's funny, because earlier on in the show, Joseph, we were talking about, the age of Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua in a couple of years' time may not be around anymore. Joe Joyce himself, I think, is 35. And we forget you're only 30. So you've probably got 5 good years left in you. And that, for me, at the stage you're at in your career, potentially that's another 10 fights in the division.
Yeah, I think there's another 4 or 5 solid years to give it back. And now that I'm with Andy Lee and sort of just training around with Tyson, and I feel like I have a lot more to give. But I am 30, one of the youngest, but I feel like I've been in the game for ages.
Well, you're a champion young, weren't you? You're a champion young.
Exactly. And obviously, I loved coming to see you in Vegas with Kevin Barry, who you were with for almost your entire career. What are the different things that Andy Lee, who we all love and respect, he's a brilliant commentator, he's a brilliant analyst on the sport, what are the things that he's brought to you in detail that you can give us that's enabled you to change your mindset, your physicality, your technical skills?
Yeah, it's all of that. It's like, changing the program, the training program that I had. Instead of smashing my body too much, it's actually just doing the right training at the right time and the right effort. And then also just to change the style. I used to lean a lot in front and sort of go over my front foot and, lunge in with punches and that. But he's able to get me a lot more balanced in my style. So I think with Andy, the more work I do with him, the better I'm going to get. And that's what excites me.
Just on your good friend Tyson Fury, he's not retired, is he? Come on, you two must have a little WhatsApp group going, mate, and you're thinking he's got everybody in the world going. He's not retired. He's definitely going to do the big undisputed fight if it's presented to him.
I've said that to him the other day. I said, "Come on, Tyson, you're not retired, mate." No, Joe, I am. I seriously am. I said, "Come on, you're not." I said, "Okay, then we'll see. We'll see." Then he hasn't said anything to us.
Did you
Gareth will know. Gareth, you're one of Tyson's close friends. You should know.
Well, I spoke to him on Thursday. We've had him on the show tonight, and he's calling it half a billy. He calls it
some
now.
Big money, that
£500 million to get him back, or dollars to get him back. I mean, surely, if Anthony Joshua beats Alexander Usyk, and I'd like to get your take on that fight tonight, Tyson Fury can't but come back against him. It's, you know, you've been over here. You know what the stakes are. It's a massive British fight. How do you see Anthony Joshua against Alexander Usyk in the rematch?
Oh, it just depends what kind of AJ turns up. I mean, he's got a new team. He's got a new, new coaches and all that. So it just depends on what he does in training camp and what he, Alexander's a very tricky fighter, like we all know. And if he can come out there and use his size and his reach to his advantage and put it on him, I think he can, get the job done.
Gareth, you've just caught Gareth's eye on the screen, right? What are you pointing at now?
I'm pointing at his beard.
You like his beard,
he's got the long biker beard going on. He's got he's got the warrior beard coming.
It's good, man. Looking sharp.
Listen, no, while I'm in New Zealand, I thought I'd grow the beard out, but when I get back to the UK, I'm going to be all clean and, nice and sharp.
Back to Peaky Blinders. Tell us about in lockdown. You delighted us and entertained us with all your videos.
Well,
Have we got any more plans?
Well, he's back home now, and that's where his team are. So
no, exactly.
I was going to say is the creative juices flowing.
Why don't we plan something? Us three. Why don't we plan something for everyone?
Mate, let's get that.
I think a big rock. Can you see us? Can you see us tonight, Joseph, or not?
I don't think he can see. If he could see you, he would definitely have made comments on what you're wearing, mate.
Yeah, you look nice and nice, no sleeves. Yeah, very good.
I've got the guns out. That's all. It's been really hot here all week, and I've even though it rained today, I just thought, no, I'm not getting changed. I'm coming in with the guns out.
It's very. I don't know if you can see him. You obviously can. It's very Cobra Kai. That's the vibe he's giving off. Maybe we could do something there, mate. A little bit Karate Kid, something like that, Joseph.
You got ask people what they want to see, and then give us some ideas. We'll do one soon.
There you go.